speaking of getting some action, FlexPai, the Royole FlexPai is back.
The first one.
With the FlexPai 2.
Yeah, weren't they the first foldable? Like to show off and
They
retail?
were the first in a smartphone package. The first we got here, for sure.
Yeah.
And probably the first I saw, which I believe was at CES.
Yeah.
This one costs under $1,500. I mean, this one is still expensive. It's very similar in layout to their previous version, but they claim to have, fixed certain things. This takes advantage of the company's latest OLED panel for the outward-facing flexible screen. This one is different because when it's folded up, it's still pretty wide. It's a different approach than what's going on with the Samsung product, which gets narrow, more like a typical smartphone stacked on top of itself in the folded mode. This is still, that's a giant smartphone even when it's folded. This thing, I think it was just announced. It's going to be available. It's available right now on Royale's website and JD.com. No, it's not. It's on the 25th, September 25th at 10 a.m.
Oh.
Base model, 8 gigs RAM, 256 storage. That'll be $1,470 converted from Chinese currency. Available in 3 colors: Cosmic Gray, Midnight Black, Sunrise Gold. It's also going to have a Snapdragon 865 in it. And the display is enormous, 7.8 inches, 1920 by 1440. It'll have stereo speakers. That is one of the weirdest and most pleasant things about the Fold. The Z Fold 2, the speakers are wild.
They're good, eh?
And people are, maybe you're out there thinking, well, I just put the headphones anyways, but I don't feel the need to put the headphones. I'm watching videos and I'm still blown away with the speakers. I guess there's a little extra space in there. Samsung spent a little extra time. It's real stereo when you have it in landscape. It's an incredible experience. I'm talking a lot about this phone, I just realized. Anyway, when it's folded, on the other hand, you have a 5.5-inch main screen. So that's quite a bit bigger what Royale's going to do with it. I don't know how compelling this is. There were some issues with the original one. I still don't... I'm nervous about the outward folding design where the screen is still exposed and it folds like sort of backwards, which is what the Mate X did from Huawei. And I never got a long-term sample of that here in the studio. I made a video, but then it had to go back. And so there was some nerves and apprehension about having the screen exposed all the time. The soft screen, the flexible screen, which is, I always had a little more confidence in the Samsung approach, which was to close that up and then have a typical smartphone screen exposed on the outside, which was glass and more durable. But there is the downside here. We have a small screen when you want to interact quickly. And that's what the backwards folding thing is attempting to fix. But I don't know if the trade-off there is worthwhile. And I don't know, it's kind of hard to recommend spending $1,500 on the Royole product when you could spend a little more on the Samsung product. I'm just putting that out there.
And the name, though.
I'm just putting that out there. I'm just saying. It's also going to have a 4450 milliamp hour battery. So that's kind of nice. Pretty big battery over there. 5G enabled. And it can last 200,000 bends. Supposedly it's been tested for. So that's actually this exact same number as the spinning display on the LG Wing, interestingly enough.